Welcome everyone. Today we have a very exciting dinosaur build for the Bazaar. Yes, over here I have been trying to recreate multiple dinosaur builds, and here let me show you guys the 10-wing dinosaur build and also a variety of different builds. And of course, the objective of the dinosaurs is to destroy your enemy's items. As you destroy those items, you'll gain permanent damage. Look at this obsidian Charosaur. This has over 2000 bonus damage and also lots of burn. Let's have a look at the fights. Now, I'm not using all the dinosaurs in the final fights simply because I want a speedy build, but I'll show you guys what happens when I use all of them. So we destroyed one of his items and my dinosaur pretty much hit twice and he's burned to death. Well, very classic dinosaurs, right? You hit hard, he also burns hard. So let me just show you guys what does it look like if you actually run in the full dinosaur team. I have ran this multiple times as well, so let me show you guys over here. So this is a full dinosaur team, and here we have multiple ways of destruction, and we gain permanent damage for each of the destructions that is destroying enemies' items. But of course, the downside I've realized for this ultra greedy dinosaur build is that you can destroy 3 of your enemy's items. Yes, look at this, I destroyed 3 of his items. Half of his build is gone, and then I killed him. But we also gain a lot of bonus damage because of that. Each time you destroy items, you permanently gain damage on your strongest, or all of your dinosaurs actually. There is a small downside, it's because they are a little slower, which I'll discuss with you guys towards the later stage of the game. Just to show you guys the power of the dinosaurs again, here I think I was able to destroy some neutral monsters, and let's see. So here we're fighting a neutral monster, a legendary neutral monster, and each time my dinosaurs finish casting or the enemy goes to half health, his items will be destroyed. Well, he died too fast to show. So over here, this is another example of the full dinosaur build. I want to show you guys both the transition into the dinosaur build, the mid game, the late game, and also how you build towards ultra late game or much later game when your dinosaurs are a little too slow. And this is the biggest drawback. Notice I'm destroying his items left to right. So 2 of his items were destroyed. By the time I killed him, 2 of his items are gone. Let me try to see if I can find another similar build. I think this was a really fun destruction replay as well. And yes, the replays will be available for you guys to have a look. So this particular player is boosting one very powerful stingray. Is it a stingray? A fish thingy. And guess what happens? When our dinosaur gets the cast, especially the Mammothor, this will destroy a random mini item. It looks pretty strong, right? He's like buffing this item, he's buffing, and it's gone. He stopped attacking. Look at this, look at the fight. This is a day 9 fight. He actually stopped attacking because we destroyed his weapon and there's nothing left for him. So, briefly show you guys what was the winning setup and then I'll explain why behind it. So, of course, you'll be picking a primal core. The primal core is when you can buff your dinosaurs and also relics, and this gives them 40 bonus damage. This particular core also gains charge each time your relic or dinosaur's cast or is triggered. So this means the 2 things that's next to it doesn't have to be a dinosaur or a relic. The other items, supposedly, I actually made a small mistake, actually not really a mistake. I actually didn't have that many dinosaurs, but the more dinosaurs you have, the more multicast those dinosaurs have, the quicker the core triggers and the quicker it buffs your other dinosaurs, and this is going to a damage loop. And if you do have a multicast, this will trigger the charge multiple times. Just let me show you guys over here. Focus on the charge of the core. And notice the core is charging, the core charges, and with the multicast, the core literally casts twice in a row. And the core itself does some really hefty damage too, because it's being buffed by destruction of items. This core is also a dinosaur, so it enjoys a permanent damage coming from destroying enemies' items. Now, what are the other setup? On the right of the core is just a random heavy cog front to haste and just an item for 2 seconds. So my goal is to haste rather the core or maybe the Dinoware. Dinoware has longer cooldowns, but once you have enough dinosaurs or tools or relics on the board, it has 3-second cooldown. You can lower this even further. On the left hand side of the core is just a random Dino disguise. Now, I can use them as a dinosaur, but I realized it was just too slow. And I wasn't sure if that dinosaur's damage or destruction would have worked in the ultra late game, so I went for something safer for 5 times multicast to trigger the core multiple times. On this side, I have been growing this dinosaur on this obsidian Charosaur, and this has been gaining tons of permanent damage. In order to make sure this 6.7-second dinosaur casts fast enough, I'm using a charging station. So charging station works is when the item on the left casts, the item on the right gets 2 charges. Every 2.9 seconds, this dinosaur gets a 2-second charge. So this means this dinosaur can cast multiple times, and it hits very hard. So if you look at the dinosaur on this side, when this charges, it charges this right. So it is very fast, and if I get a haste on my item, which I did not get, it gets even better. So making sure I charge my strongest weapon even faster. Now, you may be wondering, how come you don't have all the dinosaurs? Let me show you guys what happens when you get too greedy with dinosaurs. Now, before we go over, let's have a look at the skills. This one was a random drop that gave us more burn. This is a nice one because when you burn, you charge your shield items. Yes, that's why I kept the shield item. And here we have another one. When you burn, you charge shield item. So this is why this item, I'm keeping this one for this fight. Now we gain additional burn, and you can tell we're kind of going for the burn and also hasting when we burn enemies. Poison is just a random drop. And here we have a bit of increased critical chance. This is a random drop, and again some random loots. So the whole focus is to build your dinosaurs so that you can be buffing them. Let me turn the volume down a little bit just for now. And let me show you guys what happens when you get too greedy and use too many dinosaurs. So over here, so notice here I have 2 other dinosaurs. Those 2 dinosaurs will destroy a small item and also a medium-sized random item. So it sounds great on paper, and when they destroy an item, the dinosaurs all get a damage buff. So if you look at those dinosaurs, even though they don't have the obsidian buff, it is 1600 damage with poison and also burn. And all the dinosaurs have close to over 1000 damage because of the permanent buff. But up to my final boss fight, I realized my dinosaur is too slow. Notice my dinosaur did not get a cast, even though I destroyed one of his items because I went to half health. That's it. Both of those dinosaurs that I rely so heavily on in the latest stage of the game, they don't get the time to cast because I don't have enough hasting item. And this is the reason why the second replay that it actually got me. It was just too greedy. I was like, okay, let's try another final fight. And here, having a look at this. To show you guys the drawback of the build, of course, so you don't go into the greedy dinosaur transaction. So let me show you guys over here. So here, we're facing a very powerful shielding build. And before my dinosaur even got to cast again, guys, we died. So this is why I also show you guys this replay, because he used a different progression, which was very smooth for the early to mid game. But just for the late game, I went to a setup that is more focused on getting the dinosaurs to actually deal the damage, and then instead of trying to destroy all of his items. Now, that said, let's come over. Look, I have so many replays I want to go through with you guys. Let's come over to the Dino run. What is this Dino? I also faced a player with permanent invulnerability, which you get to see. So, starting with our little robot friend Dolly. Now, Dolly over here, I am not the biggest expert in Dolly because I haven't played the little robot character other than playing dinosaur builds, and that's very niche. So what we can see is, at the start, I'm trying to gather as many friends as I can, and I do plan to go into an initial friends build. So you can say I'm actually not buying items, but rather I'm rolling for items coming from the events. And that seems to work out for me a little bit. Getting some tools, getting some items, and here I want to fight the Hornet, thinking maybe I can get a weapon. And of course we don't get a weapon, but here I'm looking for some meeting items. One of the highlights for Dolly is that go for meeting items, and I need to something that can help me win early game. So I'm getting weapons with multicast, because I know that if I get multicast weapon, and this will help me to trigger my core multiple times and enjoy the buff multiple times, because my core gives items increased damage. Now, let's see if I reroll or didn't reroll. I'm actually preserving my economy very well in the early stage. Getting some burn items not bad, because you'll be burning a lot of times. So, over here, going to the weapon PC again, this is a choice. If I was playing the Picky Merchant, I would have went for the bonus healing, but I decided to be a little offensive in early game with Dolly. And here, going to the weapon NPC, found me one of the best weapons that we can find for the early game. It's not this one, but I've been reading this item and thinking how I can use it. It's actually this one. The rocket launcher is amazingly good, especially when you have bonus burn, and also putting this next to your core. Turning this into a relic gaining even higher damage. So rocket launcher is actually my mid-game carry. So adjusting my setup a little bit, you can see in the early fights, I'm really focused on just doing some raw damage. And Dolly is actually decent. So compared to most of the builds, you're not as fast as Vanessa or Steel, but you deal decent damage. And fortunately enough, you know, our slow weapons and also artilleries was just enough to defeat the enemy player just. Now, coming back, I'm still going through the jungles to find more friends and also more tools. And some random item can be nice, but I'm really waiting for the longer days for higher chance of dinosaurs in the next few days. And I'm not going for non-weapons, I'm focused fully on weapons and also getting friends. Because my units actually charges after getting friends, we're going to sort them out a little bit. Taking down the enemy, you should be able to win. You shouldn't be able to lose with Dolly because most of your item is actually combat items. So once Dolly gets close to level 3, a major decision comes. I tend to get as many friends before that just to see what kind of core I'm getting. So let me show you guys over here. After rearranging the inventory. So after Dolly gets to level 3, this is a critical point. This is when you decide your build. And you gotta pick 5 of the many random cores. There's more than 5 cores, and the core I'm looking for is gonna be Primal Core. If I'm playing dinosaurs and I can't find this core, it is disastrous. I can't really play the build anymore, I have to play something else. And yes, the Primal Core is amazing because you can put items next to it, turning them into relics, and this will buff the relics and also dinosaurs. Your dinosaurs and also relics also lowers this item's cooldown by 1 second each time they cast it. So ideally, having items and multicast and next to it is very good. So now I have a very solid early game. I just want to make sure I don't lose to some random cheesy build for the early game. I actually want to maintain a win streak and also preserve my health, which might come handy. So I come over to the fertility guy, getting the 5 regen is actually not bad for the early game for the first 3 runs. So let's have a look at the fights. This is a very smooth transition, but I'll show you guys another transition in terms of using dinosaurs after we go through this replay. It's always scary to see Arrow Torrent. Sometimes the Arrow Torrent just goes ballistic and kills me within like 5 seconds. But luckily, notice my multicasting Fire Torrent, it does some hefty damage. And the multicast is no joke. So after 1 cast, he's dead. So before my weapon even casted the second time, this particular multicast shooter is very powerful. Now during this time, again, I'm not trying to get weapons, but rather I'm trying to get any value or any early game advantage. So bonus health does help. And over here, so I do want to say, even though we want bonus health and regen, you don't need 10 regen, I think that's too much. 5 regen is not bad. So coming over to JJ's and finding more upgrades for this rocket launcher is amazing. Even high damage. Now, in terms of the other items, I'm really looking at some synergies with the friends before I get my dinosaurs. In order to get your dinosaurs, you're looking for weapons and also meeting items in the early game, and that is your biggest focus. Fighting NPCs, we don't have any problems. So, fast forwarding a little bit, upgrading items, it should be pretty standard. You can upgrade any item that helps you with your current build because you're building towards dinosaurs. All the dinosaurs, I believe, come after the silver tier. So there's no need to rush to get the dinosaurs right away. Crypto is pretty funny. I tend to buy crypto and try to sell them for like 4 gold or 5 gold. And this item is randomized the value between 0 to 5. So as we keep going, I'm gonna fight more players, and because my friend's dinosaurs combination, I actually have some pretty decent synergy to show you guys the fights over here. Pretty decent actually. Tons of friends, tons of burn, and the buff is substantial because of the multicast. We just drawed, and when we draw, I think we actually win. So this is a nice feature. Fast forwarding a little bit, weapons NPC after day 4 is what you want. So here we find the Chorosaur. This is a very weak dinosaur initially, but it takes time to nurture it. So every time when you or the other player goes to half life, this will destroy a random enemy small item and permanently gains 10 damage. It's not a big deal initially, but as you destroy more of enemies or your items, this gains even higher damage. So how would you do that? Firstly, we're gonna get the dinosaur into the fray. And yes, you can see the replays of the combination. And yes, my rocket launcher is golden now, which is very nice. Rolling for small items. I'm also looking for a small dino wear, and that is the core of the build because it boosts the speed of my core because it is a 3-second casting item. So now that we have the dinosaurs facing neutral monsters and facing whatnot, it's very smooth. And the dinosaur is very weak at the start, but the core actually buffed it up, and you can see it would destroy random items whenever one of you goes to half-life. So some people like to stack maximal life on yourself just so this gets casted. Getting some random items, getting some burn items not bad, if you can find a good one. I just need some relics to power my core, and getting some random early game loots is also decent. So, I'm gonna fast forward a little bit just to show you guys where we are. Now this is interesting. I have the Aerodome. It's a golden event and a bronze event. I went for the bronze event because I want to find items that can destroy items. Unstable Gravel Well is actually quite unique. It destroys this item and also an enemy item without cooldowns. So this technically destroys 2 items, giving you more permanent damage. So very nice to have. I'm gonna put that on. I bought that. And then, of course, meeting item NPCs is your friend. Dinosaur is a great mid-game item. Having 9 seconds to cast means you are likely to get this casted before day 10. After day 10, things goes crazy. So before day 10, if you get this on, that means you destroy 1 more item, your dinosaur also gains permanent damage, and your core is a dinosaur, your other dinosaurs is benefiting a lot. So this is a great mid-game find after day 4. Getting those items on, adjusting my items a little bit, so you can see. Ultra greedy mode. I have 3 items that destroys items and also destroy my own items. Let's have a look. I'm still using the rocket launcher to carry me, of course. Unfortunately, he didn't have a no cooldown item, so we couldn't destroy that one. So now one of us needs to go to half-life, so I can destroy my items. So yes, we destroyed 2 items, and we lost. Too greedy on the destruction, right? So here you want anything that hastes your burn item, anything that hastes your weapons, because biggest drawback, as you saw in the latest stage of the game for the dinosaurs, is that they are not the fastest items or weapons. So picking anything that hastes me will be great. As we go further, I fight more NPCs and I even go greedier, trying to destroy more of the items and get even more value. I realized I was killing them too fast, so I took away the rocket launcher, and now should give us time to cast all 3 items. And we started with 80 damage on the dinosaur. After this fight, we destroyed 3 items. So after this fight, I'm sitting on 160 damage on the dinosaur. Look at that. So it really scales up very amazingly. It's very satisfying to play the dinosaur build, and you just get to destroy everything around, and sometimes you destroy some crucial items against the enemy. Try to get as many friends as you can, because sometimes when you level up with Dolly, you can see there is an economic choice to gain even more gold. So I had 5 friends, we gained 10 gold, which is very hefty. We're not the richest character. So here I'm looking for weapons, constantly looking for weapons. I'll show you guys what are the choices. Get a weapon, and over here I believe getting a haste, slow, cooldown weapon, it's not bad, but we're trying to get weapons. We're trying to get weapons because all the dinosaurs are weapons. This is the jackpot. The dino wear, its damage goes up, I believe, after upgrades, but its cooldown doesn't go down. So bronze level is fine. You just want this item to be speedy on the board, gaining permanent damage. And when you have 3 dinosaurs, this will also have 3-second lower cooldown. So we're gonna juggle the team a little bit, getting all the items. Now making sure your dinosaurs is not next to your core, but items that are not relic or dinosaurs is next to the core to turn them into a relic as well. So that's the mid-gear mix. Time to destroy his items. I destroyed 2 items. I wasn't ultra greedy to go 3 item destruction, because sometimes you do that and something bad happens. And here he is actually ultra healing mark that actually defeated me. So we're gonna fast forward a little bit. You can see the gist of the fight, and you can see in the replays what happens. I constantly gain different permanent damage as I destroy enemies' items. I'll fast forward a little bit and let's come over to this fight. So you can see, oh, I did find another dinosaur. So let me have a look. Okay, so over here, I happen to went into the mid item NPCs and we find Dino Disguise. Dino Disguise seems a little weaker to me initially because it only gives shield, but the multicast feature is amazingly good because you can actually trigger your core multiple times. You instantly recharge your core, and if you get other skills that charges shielding items, that can be beneficial. So this one actually replaced my carry early game item with a rocket launcher. And I start to alternate items to destroy more items, or using the Dino Wear to actually the Dino Disguise to hyper boost my core, and you can see over here. The goal is to get the core to be ultra charged and then gain bonus damage. You can see the core goes. We didn't get to destroy one more item, a little unfortunate. So for the rest of the fight, I start to get a little ambitious. I even went for the legendary monsters. Now do keep in mind there are some golden, diamond and legendary dinosaurs that's available for you to defeat. And if you can defeat them, there are some really good monsters like dinosaurs and also skills that can be great. So here the +9 damage isn't game changing, but it's not bad. As we go further, in terms of enchantments you get enchantments when you're about to be defeated, or you just get enchantments just because, you get lucky. I'm recommending prioritizing on getting damage on your Triosaur because the damage scales further with burn. But if you can't find that, getting burn is not bad. If you can also find haste, that is really good. Getting shield isn't the biggest factor. I'd rather kill my enemies faster than try to out-tank them, because crazy things happens when you try to out-tank them. They heal, they freeze, they poison you. It just gets too crazy. Now I'm gonna fast forward a little bit. Nothing too major at this stage. We'll come over to the other replay. I actually broke this down in 3 segments. So here, I actually lost to someone. Oh, I need to show you guys this. The reason I broke this replay down is just to keep a track of this. I actually lost to a player that went permanent invulnerability. I actually thought about this build, but I didn't know it was possible. So here, this is a player with Yang New New. Over here, this is his name. So this is a permanent invulnerability build. Look at his invulnerability. It's pretty much permanent. he's not taking damage. And I was like, whoa, what is happening over here? I can't do anything, guys. It lowered his invulnerability potion to about 4.9 seconds, with haste is about 3 something seconds, and he's gaining permanent invulnerability. Now, for those of you that is interested, I hovered all of his items and also the combination, and look into the later part of this replay to have a look. He went for the shiny invulnerability potion, and it has 2 multicast, and you take no damage for 2 seconds, and this potion's cooldown is close to like 2 to 3 seconds with haste. So it's incredible, this build. I really want to see what happens in the later stage for this build. Now, coming back, and yes, unfortunately guys, my dinosaurs didn't hit the right potion, otherwise we could have won. So coming over to the runs. In the mid to late stage game, you are looking for this Mamasaur. Can I show you why I found the Mamasaur? Actually, I found that a little earlier. Mamasaur is a massive scaling factor for your dinosaurs. So, where did we go? I think I found it right here. Okay. So, large items, weapons are your best bet. So, here, large items, NPCs, I'm rolling for the Mamasaur. And we defined it. Mamasaur is very powerful because it gives your other dinosaurs, all of your dinosaurs, bonus damage, and it can destroy a melee item. The biggest drawback for this is it's insane to scale with neutral rounds and also weaker players. But after day 10 or 11, 10-second casting time is just too slow, so you never get to destroy anything because of the Mamasaur itself. But when other item destroys things, you still give everyone bonus damage, so that's very good. And that summarizes the setup for this setup. The hardest part for the dinosaur build is actually to scale. Once you scale incredibly high, and yes, I also found obsidian on my on my dinosaur eventually. And let me see if I can show you the replacement of obsidian. Obsidian is a big damage boost. Oh yes, I lost to the infinite potion guy. Yes guys, losing to the infinite potion guy, I'm looking around and I'm recommending getting enchantment for your dinosaurs because they scale very high. So 100% bonus damage with double the damage is better than getting the burn. So look at this, we're sitting on 996 damage and about 220 burn. And this is with a burn enchantment on the dinosaur. So now I'm going to put this on for the bonus damage. We retain the burn because of the damage scaling factor. We also had double damage. So this is why bonus damage on the dinosaur is just amazing. Now coming to the final fights, when did I change out of my build? So you can see, constantly fighting the neutral monsters, I am not... So let me show you guys over here. So I'm always constantly rearranging my team and also making sure we benefit the most. So before the fights, we have the Mamasaur on the board. We can fight the strongest boss, whatnot, because your dinosaurs are incredible. But against neutral monsters, they're good because you get time to cast. Against players, you might not. So let's have a look over here. So started with 2152 damage after the fight. Only destroy one item. Little unfortunate. So 1100, now it's 1200 something. So it is very good to have all your scaling dinosaurs to benefit from destruction of items. But once you actually come over to the actual PvP fights in the late game, I don't recommend getting your Mamasaur. Oh, I can't go back anymore because I went out too long. So I don't recommend using all your greedy dinosaurs, even though they're higher grade. So I went for the setup I showed you guys earlier with charging station and with whatever item that just haste one dinosaur. Yes, the damage scaling is a little lower, but all we needed is this dinosaur to hit twice, and then the fight's over. The biggest drawback is when it doesn't get to hit. And that should give you guys a pretty good summary. Now, in order to show you guys another dinosaur setup, we have another video, which I will provide the replay to you guys as well. This is a much newer version of me playing the dinosaur setup, and I'm actually not sure what I'm doing, but I still find the primal core. I want to show you guys a little adjustment. And yes, we find the first dinosaur. We also found another dinosaur. Where did it go? There, we have the multi-missile turret as well. So this video will be available for you guys to have a look. So anything that can scale with a dinosaur, one of the best thing is this. Tanky Anki is a great early to mid-game dinosaur. In the late game, the armor doesn't change that much, but in the early stage of the game, it is amazing. So when your dinosaur deals damage, you gain shield for that amount. And your dinosaur deals tons of damage. So, fast forward a little bit to show you guys the fights. You can see my armor just goes skyrocketing, and this gives you tons of survivability for your other dinosaurs to actually cast their spells, and it's amazing for the mid game. I was actually considering using this for the late game as well, because it's so much survivability. Now, to show you guys what happens with this new addition of dinosaur. Oh, we also found Rex. Rex Spect is another dinosaur that I was not very sure of. So it has 11-second casting time, and for each adjacent dinosaurs, its cooldown is reduced by 1. So likely you're reducing this to 9-second casting time. And when you use another friend or relic, this gains the 60 damage. It's a great dinosaur, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't provide enough survivability. And in order to fit this in, I'll have to take out 2 items or take out my shielding item. So in that round, after long consideration, I didn't go for Rex over here. And we found the medium-sized dinosaur. This one naturally have 9-second cooldown. It doesn't scale damage that much, but it scales other dinosaurs for permanent damage, which is great. And just to show you guys some of the fights. You can see this one is scaling a little slower because I couldn't get all the destruction items compared to the other replay. But it's very fun though. Look at those items getting destroyed left and right. So we destroy one, then we destroy one more, then most of the build is like not functional as well. And finally, I believe But this pretty good setup. We found Mamasaur as well. It took a while though. I was rolling non-stop for Bazaar. And you can see, we destroying some items very nicely. And we even had poison channel on the dinosaur. Wasn't very lucky with enchantment, of course. Got the items to golden and got Mamasaur. And now we can gain permanent damage as we destroy enemies. So similar replays, and I do recommend going for Lord of Waste. If you can get a double critical damage skill, diamond skill, that's amazing. Let's have a look at the fights. So, notice how slow the Mamasaur is. Against players, it might be too slow after day 10. That is the biggest drawback for this build. Other than that, it's amazingly fun. We will destroy all of his items. And yes, there we go. We destroyed 3 of his items. And we killed him because of that. That was satisfying, right? So I have 28 health. And I destroy 1, 2, 3 of his items. So yes, I'll have all the replays available for you guys to have a look. And okay, this is starting a new game. And there will be 2 replays. One is when I used the rocket launcher for the early to mid game. The other one I used the Enki over here. And you can see the 2 versions of the games. And of course, guys, make sure you get the primal core, which is the right one, to get the dinosaur build going. This is more of an early to mid-game rush build. After day 15 or 16, your dinosaur may be a little too slow, as you're going to see in the later part of this replay when I face faster opponents.
Take your time. I'm pretty laid back. I used to offer a free ride home, but people thought it was weird.
It takes real confidence to let a kid train you. I'm impressed.
I'm finished with fighting, but I can help you finish a fight. Go make some more stories, then come back and tell me. Nouveau teaches stillness. I prefer action.
mockery remembers. Ah!
All things in moderation. Hope that brat Quixel was watching. It's so normal. Now this is help. Eat the bones for stronger bones.
Hi, I'm Stel Ingenious. Wanna fight? Looks like there was some side fumbling on the panometric pad.
People first, profit 10th. Now, if that doesn't work out for you, come back for a refund. I get it. You're busy. Enjoy your purchase.
I have too much strength for one blade. I have failed you, Storm Queens.
You say old. I say thoroughly tested.
Gigamart's owner is the ultimate business. Ooh, that one's on sale. Buy 200, get one free.
My fight isn't with you, but if you insist. Defeat does not defeat me.
Few warriors live to retire. Buy my weapons, and you might enjoy the thrill of battle. Well, you can. Use it well. Make me proud. And when you carry my weapon, I fight alongside you.
I would never debase my wares by haggling. Ugh. You're a smart one for your size.
We will aquaform this world. Your streets will be our rivers. By fin and gill, I will sink this city to the mud.
Oh, sure, I can help you, but you have to trust me. You seem lighter. I think you had a breakthrough. No sale. I want what's right for you. Oh, delivery's free. I like the exercise. If it's not right for you, bring it back. I want you to be happy.
Experience is treasure. I will share mine with you. As long as you draw breath, your training is not complete.
Imagine the wonders waiting for us in the ground.
remind me of someone I fought last century. I take no apprentice. None have proven worthy.
Welcome to Gigamart. Can I help? Thank you. What else can I get for you?
Any good fights lately? Oh, I do miss it. The Bazaar is not kind to the weaponless.
Size dilutes the brain. Mind is highly concentrated. I think that suits you beautifully.
If I don't have what you need, I'll help you find who does. Hey, that's okay. It's been nice talking to you.
not train you to kill. I will train you to live. Soon, I think you will be ready for Adira's training.
Just toss that on my back, and I'll trot it to your door. Oh, I think you're really gonna enjoy that.
I have faced 82 foes exactly like you. People are a pattern. If you think you've hurt my feelings, I assure you I have none.
I have some fine examples of pre-Bazarian sculpture. Most of these civilizations left so little behind. We can only wonder.
A bad craftsman blames his tools. I get new stock every day. Maybe next time.
I mean, a customer.
ahead. Underestimate me. It makes this more fun. Bring her about! I've got another salvo in me.
Lord Arkin can have his empire. I only want my collection. You can really see the influence of free Carthusian art on this piece.
Welcome in, hon. What can I get you? You might try JJ's shop. Real friendly guy.
Small items, small people. I love them all. I'll never resell this. Is it because I talk too slow?
I hope I'll be a good robot too. Just a few more months. I love working on you. I mean, with you.
I've salvaged more droidicans to join you on your mission. Every factory and junkyard will liberate every road.
Come on in. Let's chat. Maybe you're not cut out for business.
Everything here began with the founders. I am their memory. The Bazaar has changed in all these centuries. I must adapt.
How do you hugelings use these things? Okay, now sell me something. Something huge! Fine, here's some gold.
Lithic markets, just trade boulders. This is more fun.
Stand down and submit to cryification. Disregard intel. Target threat level 8.
Life is urgent. Hurry up! I found some accelerating speed for you.
What should I do with it?
Does good work. We keep each other sharp. The fire softens before it strengthens. Remember that.
In 100 years when you are dust, I will remain. Time is long, but I have none left for you.
You are so much stronger than you think. I show you but a glimpse of your potential.
My food is gonna make you unstoppable. Feel that? Yeah, that's the ultra protein. The world whirls like the wind.
The Outlander way is truth. Someday you will see.
Speed doesn't come from muscles, it comes from beyond the body. The universe is far more flexible than you think.
There's a little fire in everyone. I can make it hotter. Perhaps you'd be more interested in Freya's wares.
Nothing tiny, nothing huge. All about moderation. If it's not right for you, bring it back. I want you to be happy. I used to offer a free ride home, but people thought it was weird.
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobodies. Next time, boys, less blunder, more plunder.
Any good fights lately? Hey, when you carry my weapon, I fight alongside you. Nufo teaches stillness. I prefer action.
cycle. Relax.
I spent half my life mastering that technique. So, like, 9 years.
Now, if that doesn't work out for you, come back for a refund.
Are you sure? Have you noticed I'm huge? Hmm? Next time I'll show you what I learned from this.
Nothing tiny, nothing huge. All about moderation. Just toss that on my back, and I'll trot it to your door.
I will leave you alive to learn the lesson. There is always a price for knowledge. You have just paid it.
We take pride in our restoration. They don't make these like they used to.
My life for the Storm Queens! I will accept my punishment.
Do you have any really small things?
Oh, look. It's so tiny.
It's smaller than Quixel. Where's Midsworth? Oh, did he see me close a deal?
That damage is purely cause our items have lived. They have stories.
Let's stress test our gear, yeah? Let me make it up to you. Free repairs at my workshop.
wants me to hurt you.
Now I'll never captain a ship.
Let's both keep learning. Maybe someday we'll teach each other. There are a lot of steps in this staircase, but it's beautiful up there.
Small things remind me of seeds, acorns, home.
Don't you have anything smaller?
Well, okay. Here. Oh, just like the baby birds that nested in my mother.
In 100 years when you are dust, I will remain. The lesson you learned today, I learned a century ago.
I would never debase my wares by. You want to buy that? I mean, excellent choice. Shall I gift wrap it for you?
Whatever you see, I fight the inevitable.
I'm finished with fighting, but I can help you finish a fight. Go make some more stories, then come back and tell me.
Seagate is a fine place to retire. Confidence goes a long way. Turns silver into more than silver.
There's two kinds of people. Rich and stupid. Well, didn't think you had the coin for it.
This is my utility bot, and I'll use it however I want. I got unpaid invoices, district council complaints, and now you.
I should warn you, I'm not like other Jabarians. Well, I'll admit, that was impressive.
Look, I get it. My training is strange. Space and time are only suggestions, and we can ignore them.
I'm a people person, and sometimes I sell stuff. about this weather, we're... Oh, you're leaving. That's good.
Come to steal my potions, filthy beast. I've been smashed.
Sylvia and I. Oh, it was silver, gold, diamond. It all comes down to confidence.
You may call me Cobweb, but my true name takes time. Without my gifts, your time will come quickly.
When we're done here, stop by my shop for a tune-up. Enjoy your little moment. I'm just testing my gear.
Vibe check failed. Initiating attack program. Error. Projection systems disabled.
Have you seen Sylvia by any chance? Did she mention me? How do I do it? Just call it movie magic.
You should know, I'm a bit of a legend on Pelago. Bring her about! I've got another salvo with me.
Yes, you freed me. I will free. May the court light your way. Now you listen to Dooley, okay? He's fighting for all of us.
We're out to dethrone a king, not to squabble with nobodies. You've got talent. You should put it toward nobler use.
I hope I'll be a good robot too. Just a few more months. I wrote this widget just for you, Dooley, because you're my favorite.
Yes, I will dance with you. start with your life. These don't mean nothing. You're still small time. How'd I get rich? Oh, you know, investments. Lux warned me about you.
Just a little friendly sparring, right? Wow, you're pretty good at this.
You had a chance at Samaskan steel. Now you have no chance at all. The fire softens before it strengthens. Remember that.
Take your time. I'm pretty laid back. You leave it behind, someone else finds it. It all works out.
I may be young for a captain, but I've seen my share of storms. Next time, boys, less blunder, more plunder.
to test your abilities and to improve them immeasurably. I've taught you all I can. Until tomorrow, that is.
Come, let's release our joy and rage. To be a dervish is to be free. Join us.
After I break all your stuff, I'd be happy to repair it. Looks like there was some side fumbling on the panometric fan.
You have great potential. Let me train you.
My body is gone, but I remain. I will never concede. Our descendants have grown strong. This is good for the Bazaar.
People first, profit 10th. That's okay. It was nice to see you.
My fight isn't with you, but if you insist. Defeat does not defeat me.
Don't tell me form is your smith. That guy is wrong. Tightened, tempered, oiled, and chilled.
Science, magic, synonyms.
If I mix the sulfur with the copper resin.
The universe is far more flexible than you think. Don't travel from point A to B. Just be there.
Got a few new designs I want to try. Let me know what you think. Yes! Victory! Oh, are you okay?
Let me lift you up, back onto your path.
Are you worthy to carry the Founder's legacy? Show me. Who sold you those weapons? I must know.
I got everything you need. Just a matter of finding it. Warms my rusty circuits to see that find a home. Trash is tragedy. Reuse everything. That's been sitting there 20 years, waiting for you. My dreams are too big for you to steal.